Hello guys, this is going to be some quick free-for-all gameplay on Haven. And I want to talk about, the fate of Xbox as a entertainment, system. Especially with the recent announcement and controversy around the Xbox One. I also want to hear what you guys have to say about the consoles, specifically what you're going to buy and how do you feel about the two consoles. This is going to specifically cover and just focus around the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So the main controversy with the Xbox One is essentially the fees that you have to pay with used games. No longer are you able to, get a used game from like GameStop or GameFly and just pop it into your console and then play. With the Xbox One, you're going to be forced to pay a fee, and this is sort of like a combat to supposedly what Microsoft is saying, maybe that the developers are not, getting their full money's worth with used games and such. I personally feel this is going to end up being a gigantic failure in the long run for the console's overall health and lifespan, because a lot of people buy games used and a lot of people use GameFly as a service. Not many people are going to be, dishing out 60. Who knows if the new games are going to even rise, but dishing out $60 every time a game comes out. Not a lot of people have this disposable income, so they wait for the game to become used, or they just buy used games. It's like, or they just, they use rental game services like GameFly. Another thing is the fact that you're always going to have the Kinect unit connected to the console in order for the console to work. I mean, the Kinect does come with the console. If it was an add-on separate purchase, then that would have been a giant catastrophe. But it's like, why must the Kinect be plugged in when you use the console? And it's like, I think they want to always be monitoring your gestures, the way you respond to the game, certain advertisements, so they can get as much information on you to better market, future products. This is, to me, in a giant privacy invasion. I'm not entirely sure this is true. Yeah, that's pretty weird. And another thing is, I believe that the Xbox One also has to connect to the internet once every 24 hours to be usable, or is it something else? I'm not entirely sure if it's to be usable, but these little aspects of the Xbox One is starting to make me question Microsoft's motives. They're starting to remind me of a bit like Apple and their complete control and dominance of their user base, and not really allowing the users to be unique and set themselves apart from the other customers who also has the product that they just purchased. Pretty much it's like, I don't really know what to say here. I personally don't even think I want the Xbox One, primarily because of all of these, gimmicks that are very significant, especially the whole, used games thing. I personally really don't like, paying for new games over and over. It's pretty much a giant, impact on your bank account when you think about it. $60 a pop. This is not cheap. And what I used to do with GameStop, and this was pretty much primarily to combat the way they rip off people, especially how you can, return a game that you don't want, you just want to sell it, and they have the nerve to give you like $10 and then they put it back on the shelf for $30. The giant profit they're making. So it's like, you know what? You wanna screw us over? I'm gonna screw you back over. What I used to do with GameStop is, before I got a gaming PC, any of the single player games that I feel that I was able to beat relatively quickly, I just buy them used from GameStop, beat them, and then take them back within 1 week and get my entire refund. And at the end, I was able to play the game, enjoy the experience, and still have my money, while GameStop has pretty much nothing. So that was my way of screwing GameStop back over, and this could have been a widespread method, and maybe you guys were doing the same as well. But until I was able to build my gaming PC and then play all of the single player games that were coming out, that was my motive of trying to screw GameStop over. But companies like GameFly, on the other hand, they don't really deserve to take such an impact like this, because I actually respect them. And Xbox One is going to be a giant, deterrent as a console to these companies. So feel free to post your comments on this issue. I would love to hear them. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Later.